Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be dissertating and talking about Virgo and Pisces intercepted in a natal horoscope. Well, as most of you know, interceptions, when you have an interception in a chart, you're going to have, if you have one in one sign, you'll have it in the opposite sign. And in interceptions, it's hard to express the qualities that are associated with the signs, and the house placement does play a role as well, of course, in if you have any planets in it. Now, as far as a Virgo interception goes, okay, Virgo is about being punctilious with details. It can be judgmental, critical. This person that has this sign intercepted in their natal chart may be overly fixated, overly infatuated with details, and maybe has trouble seeing the broad picture as far as Pisces goes. Often there's like a lack of equilibrium between the two signs if somebody has two signs in their horoscope intercepted. So it can be a person that may see, as far as that they might be trying to see the big picture so much and have these grandiose ideas, but may lack realism and may not use that Virgo ability to be discerning and being able to really see the details in this, may overlook important details in these pictures, or it could be somebody that becomes so immersed in details and they just don't see the overall picture that often. A lot depends on, the house that it's in. First, I want to say, if somebody has Virgo intercepted, they would have Leo on the cusp of that particular house that you have the interception in. And Leo is about being magnanimous. It's generosity. It can show maybe where this person is very proud, dignified. And like me, I have my fifth house intercepted in Virgo, and I have Leo on the cusp of the fifth. Now, by house placement, that's actually a good placement. It could show as far as things connected with hobbies and amusement, and my creativity. I enjoy it. I have a lot of fun. I'm very extravagant. No, I guess I could say somewhat extravagant. I could show certain quote-unquote generosity and being magnanimous in that area, as I take pride in my hobbies, even my things of enjoyment, and perhaps things of a romantic nature. But at the same time, with Virgo being intercepted in it, it could show that maybe there's some work element mixed in with it, where I don't always have that fun that I really might seem to express outwardly. And it could show that maybe I could be overly judgmental in that particular part of my life, or maybe have a hard time seeing the details in those things. Now, I also have on the 11th house, I have Pisces intercepted, and I have Aquarius on the cusp of the 11th. Now, Aquarius on the cusp of the 11th, it's its natural placement as far as the sign goes on that particular house cusp, and it could show that maybe many of my friends can be very humanitarian. My attitude towards them can be very kind, benevolent. I could have a humanitarian and selfless attitude towards them. I might attract friends that are somewhat innovative, interested in esoteric subjects, such as astrology, friends that are very unique, unorthodox. But at the same time, with Pisces intercepted, it could indicate that I might succumb to some kind of delusion or deception in connection with them. And I also have my North Node in Pisces intercepted. And so that North Node, it makes it tough to work things with that North Node due to the fact that it's intercepted as far as finding that soul's mission or purpose. And it could indicate maybe there's a little bit of deception along the way that I have to that I face maybe in connection with it, that might maybe protract me from finding that, I guess you could say, that the soul's mission or purpose. Having that Pisces intercepted in the house of friends could indicate strong deception in connection with friends and acquaintances, things that are associated with my aspirations and goals. And the thing is, it's about finding that, I guess you could say, that balance between the two signs. And it's important to have good ideas, but also be able to see the details and the fine print and things as far as like contracts go, for example. And if somebody has this interception, say if somebody had the Pisces intercepted in the third house, it would be very important for the person to make sure that they are not deceived, and being extra careful and assiduous and prudent regarding contracts and things that are written on paper, and make sure you discern and see the fine details and things. So it's very and that's what is really essential in this. And as I've stated in other videos, that you look at interceptions, and what's very important is to remember too that interceptions are not by all means the end of the world for anybody. A lot of times it makes that energy more difficult to deal with because it's suppressed. Virgo and Pisces intercepted is no exception. The person may have difficulty really looking at details and showing that maybe that analytical side of the person, and then the Pisces is the whole picture, and the person might have maybe difficulty putting together concepts or abstract thoughts at times, or not necessarily abstract thoughts, but maybe seeing the whole picture of things, and really getting a broad scope of situations. But by progression in charts, for most people, it will the interceptions will become, for lack of a better word, unintercepted after a certain point in time, because most people are going to live at least 20-30 years minimum. I mean, easily. Majority of people do live that long, and usually by that time it would be out of the interception stage by progression. However, it wouldn't eradicate the effects of the interception completely, but it can alleviate it to some degree and make it more manageable and better to work with them. So anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for Virgo and Pisces intercepted in a natal horoscope. And stay tuned next time, where I'll be talking about intercepted houses in a natal chart. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone. Because a person astrologically is the sum of all their components in their natal chart, and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.